When an astronaut tries to bend their joint, the overall volume of the suit is reduced. Since the suit is completely sealed, the air has nowhere to go, and so bending the joint compresses the air, creating a lot of resistance for the astronaut. Spacesuit designers over the years have come up with many different ways to tackle this problem. For larger joints like wrist and shoulders, mechanical bearings are used to allow movement without changing the volume. For smaller joints like the fingers, rubber pleats are placed all the way down the back, forcing the glove to bend in an arc. This isn't very natural since our fingers don't bend like that. Depending on your shape, the joints in your suit may not align with the joints in your body. This could limit your range of motion and require more force to bend each joint. Since each SpaceX suit is tailor-made, these joints can be replaced with smaller ones that line up perfectly with the joints of each astronaut. But even with a custom-made suit, bending a sealed tube full of air is very difficult. That's why every joint on the SpaceX suit is strengthened with these crisscross tensioners, which help the astronaut bend the joint inwards. Then the pressure of the suit naturally helps the astronaut extend the joint back to its initial position. This is sort of similar to how a spider's leg works. They only have a muscle to flex their limbs inward, and so they rely on hydraulic pressure stored inside their body to extend their limbs outward again. Another way to improve mobility is to simply have less air in the suit itself. The space shuttle suit operated at a pressure of 24 kilopascals, just a quarter of the pressure we experience here on Earth. Lowering the pressure may help with mobility, but it puts the astronaut at risk of getting decompression sickness. This is where the lower pressure inside the suit causes nitrogen in the body to dissolve and form bubbles in the blood vessels. Deep-sea divers face the same problem when they come back up to the surface, as they quickly go from a high-pressure environment to a much lower-pressure environment. This can be a potentially fatal problem, and many spacesuits require the astronaut to do pre-breathing before suiting up. This involves breathing pure oxygen for several hours before wearing the spacesuit, in order to get rid of all the nitrogen in the bloodstream.